Hey, we are on. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the River's Edge. I have the pleasure of interviewing Michael Samuels today, the author of Just Ask the Universe, How to Create the Life You Want. Oh, there it is. Yes.
Shameless plug. Shameless plug.
I like it. You got to tell people where to get it as well. It's a no nonsense. Oh, I got to shut down this. A no nonsense guide to manifesting your dreams. Thank you so much for being here. I am very excited to meet you.
Kelly, thank you. Really appreciate it. And yeah, no, super happy. We love podcasts. So, really, really happy to be here. Thank you.
Put that book up again so we can see what it looks like.
I don't know if the lights are shining in on it, but I'll do like a.
I'm a Kindle person, so I got mine on the Kindle.
I love my Kindle. I love Kindle. I read a ton of books on Kindle, but there's nothing like holding a book in your hand, really and truly.
I know. That's true. But when you're on the go and you want all your books at once.
Totally get it. I totally get it,
Yeah.
But I mean, I wrote this in 3 weeks, by the way. I don't know if you want, yeah. People ask me, yeah, I started like Law of Attraction. This is years ago. This is like a 20-year journey. And how it started was I was like down on my luck. Like I just got out of a really poor relationship. Like, it just wasn't a great relationship. And we broke apart, and I was kind of trying to figure out what I want to do with my life. And I discovered Anthony Robbins. I don't know if you're an Anthony Robbins type person.
I've been to his Unleash the Power Within.
Life-changing stuff. I mean, really,
it's really good.
The guy's unbelievable. So I bought his Personal Power 2 program, and it's all in the book. It's all in Just Ask the Universe. And, I wrote a list. I wrote it was like day 14 of the program. It was like, I write a list about what I want. And I put the list away, right? I didn't think anything of it. Closed the book, changed 30 days with Tony. It was like I was done. And then like I started living my life, and I started working, and I started, doing what Tony kind of like he tells you to implement in your life. And I got married, and I bought a house, and I started doing all these things. And I came across my Tony Robbins book, and I opened the book, and it was the one with the list in it. And no baloney, Kelly, I accomplished 90% of what I wrote down 3 years ago. It was
never once looked at it.
Never once looked at it. Never once looked at it. I wrote it all down, closed the book, and started living my life and implementing and putting action, everything. And I said to myself, my God, like it worked. There's something to this. This was not coincidence. Like the words didn't magically jump off the page and start manifesting in my life. And I said, if this is working, how did this start? Like, what happened here? And I went down this law of attraction rabbit hole. And I started devouring anything I could on self-help. It was The Secret by Rhonda Byrne, which led me to The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Wattles, which led me to The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. And I just kept going deeper and deeper and deeper. And if I talk too much, just say, Michael, I have a question, interrupt me. I'm used to it. So I started reading all these books, and like everyone had the secret, not the book, The Secret, but everyone had the secret to manifesting their reality. And I said, you know what? Let me see if the domain Ask the Universe is available. I would love to write a book. So, let me rewind. So I was on Amazon one day. I was probably buying some books, and I scrolled down. It said self-publish with us. So I clicked on the link, and it took me to this website, and it says, write your book, and we'll upload it on Amazon. I've always wanted to write a book. I've been writing since I'm 15 years old. I was an English major, and I went to school for English. So I've read everything and anything. So I went and I said, I'm going to write a book called Ask the Universe, right? That can't be taken.
I can't believe it wasn't taken.
So hold on. So I looked at the domain, and Ask the Universe was taken. I'm like, all right, what about Just Ask the Universe? And Just Ask the Universe wasn't taken. And I bought the domain, and I literally sat down in my den. I wrote this in 3 weeks, and I uploaded it. This is 10 years old, this book. I uploaded it to Amazon. I can't believe it's a 10-year anniversary of Just Ask the Universe. And I uploaded it, and it went worldwide. And it got linked up with The Secret, with Rhonda Byrne's The Secret. So when people were buying The Secret, it recommended Just Ask the Universe.
I didn't know that.
Oh, no, it was crazy. And it was, so this one book started my writing journey. I published 2 more self-help books after this. I published The University, which is about how school doesn't make you wealthy, that it's your subconscious mind that makes you wealthy. And then I wrote another book called Keep Calm and Ask On. And I said to myself, if I can write self-help books, I was writing screenplays all throughout college. It's my first love is screenplays.
You got talent there.
Yeah. So I've been writing screenplays since I'm 18 years old. And obviously like they were really bad when I was 18, and like, you know, I'm going to be 43 in a month and a half. And like, I started writing, you know, my writing has definitely gotten better. So basically, I figured if I could write screenplays, you know, if I could write a self-help book, let me start writing novels. And I became this kind of indie sensation. And, you know, I started writing under this name, Michael Philip Cash. I started taking all my screenplays and putting them into novels. And then I got picked up by an agent. I got picked up by an entertainment attorney. And now I have 3 books published. And one of them, Monsterland, shameless plug to Monsterland.
Monsterland, tell us what that one's about.
Yeah, it's about a theme park with monsters, and there's this nefarious purpose behind this theme park. That book that I wrote is being turned into a feature film screenplay right now. So they're by an award-winning.
Congratulations.
Thank you, by an award-winning screenwriter. So that's been my journey, so to speak, for the past, you know, that's been my life for the past 10 years.
All right, so we got to start from the beginning. So you guys, I wanted to do this video. My channel is about personal empowerment, and I wanted to interview you, Michael, because now more than ever, people need to know that we are in control of our lives, of our destiny, of our reality, and manifesting, which is just simply getting in touch with your higher self and learning and releasing limiting beliefs and then creating what you want. Because I wanted to ask you about that too, about how you release your limiting beliefs. So thank you everyone for joining. And okay, so let's get started on manifesting. Like, how were you good at manifesting before you wrote the book?
Ridiculously good. Ridiculous.
Always been good?
Always been good. And, you know, listen, like every one of us, I don't care your age, I don't care your skin color, I don't care your gender, I don't care about any of that. Any one of us manifests. That's what we were brought here for. I agree. We are spirits inhabiting a meat suit. I believe that. I go to mediums. My mom is a medium, Lady Phyllis, ladyphyllis.com. She's a full-fledged medium, and she learned how to be a medium within the last 2 years.
Your mom?
My mom literally became a medium like within the last 24 months. I'm not kidding.
Okay, that's a whole nother.
Yeah, no, we can talk more about that. But like anyone can manifest. The question is if you're willing to go down that rabbit hole of learning how to manifest and kind of get control over your manifesting techniques. Everyone manifests. And people go, oh, you know, I didn't manifest the flu, or I didn't manifest. You know, listen, it's all part of the plan. That your thoughts create your reality. And if you're going to sit there and talk negatively, and I'm going to tell you, I still do, right? I still catch myself and I say like really negative things. And then I try to rewire my brain and say, no, that's not how we talk. Cancel that thought. That's not how we talk and everything. It's easy to think. It takes the same amount of energy to think negatively than it does to think positively. And it really isn't about just saying like, oh, everything's good. Everything's good. How you program your subconscious mind is how you're going to live your life. I don't care. I'll bring up a guy who I actually enjoy his show. I'll bring up Bill Maher. All right. I'm a fan of his comedy for years. I don't believe in everything he says, but I do like his comedy. I've been following him for a while.
Yeah, he's funny.
He doesn't believe in God, right?
Right.
He has an award-winning TV show on HBO for 20 years. He's a part owner of the Mets. Penn Jillette, his license plate says godless. And he has his own magic show. The guy's a multimillionaire. So it's not about believing in a God. It's about believing in yourself. That's what's going to determine if you get what you get.
Oh, interesting. One person just said the volume's very low. Can you try
my volume?
So welcome. Thank you for tuning in.
How about now? Is that better?
Is that better? Can you write in the comments?
My volume or your volume? Because I could hear myself fine.
Mine's all the way up, so okay. I can't change mine.
All right.
She said both of ours is very low.
Okay.
Maybe you are, yeah.
Maybe they have to turn their volume up. I'm pumped all the way up right now. I couldn't go anymore without blowing my eardrums out. But
that's better. No, you can turn it down a little. It's I don't want you to.
No, it's all good. As long as you could hear me fine. You could hear me fine, right? All right, great.
I can
But
hear you great.
to me, it's all about, you got to do the research to manifest. You got to work. And like, that's where people kind of like, they'll put the research in, but they kind of get stuck. I call it the self-help hamster wheel, that all they do is they're buying books and they're buying books and they're buying books and they're telling everyone about the law of attraction, the law of attraction, the law of attraction, manifesting. And then they never implement anything, and if they're not going to implement anything, they're never going to get anywhere. And they're never going to take a technique that works for them. I still get emails from people all over the world that I changed their life with this book. It's 100 pages. I'm almost at 2,000 reviews on Amazon.
Amazing.
I've sold about 500,000 copies of Just Ask the Universe. And I don't have a yacht. I don't have, a mega mansion, castle and everything. That's not what this was about. I put this book up for 99 cents. Because I wanted to help people. There was a method to this,
So you've always been good at it. Did you grow up in a household where your family was good at manifesting and they got things in life that they wanted?
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. Absolutely.
okay.
That's a great question. My parents built a business. We own a global car service, a global like transportation service. That's our day job. Right. And, my mom and dad, they implemented all of this stuff and they didn't even know they were implementing it. They weren't reading a law of attraction book back in the 80s, the 70s and 80s when they were building this. They were saying, this is what I want. And they wrote down, I want to be the largest, car service in New York at the time. And then they would work their asses off. I don't know if this show is PG-13 or R. I don't want to, I don't want to say anything. I don't want to curse or anything, but they worked their asses off.
I'm completely fine with cursing.
Great. Good. They worked and they programmed their mind for success without actually reading a book about it. They knew they were going to be successful. Listen, we just came off the worst thing that's ever happened to our business. We're in the travel industry, right? Our car service is in the travel industry.
Oh, the past year is rough.
It was destroyed. We went from going 1,000 miles an hour to zero. It was awful. And, we never gave up hope. We never gave up. We knew we were going to come out of this, where a lot of our competitors didn't. A lot of our competitors went bankrupt. They closed up. Unfortunately, I mean, I don't want to hear that. I want what I want for myself. I want for everyone. I want good for everyone.
Yeah. Support each other.
100%. And even if, like you're competing against I found out today, we lost an RFP. An RFP is a request for proposal, but we lost a big RFP. I thanked the guy who ran the RFP. I said, thank you very much. Really appreciate you. We're here for you if you need anything. And that's it. I moved on, go on to the next thing. That's what it is. But our parents instilled in my brother and I, my brother is Eric, that we can do anything, that nothing is going to stop us. And
that is everything.
Yeah, it is. It is, even in the worst of times. I mean, I lost my father 3 years ago. My dad, he shuffled off his mortal coil. And that was one of the worst things that's ever happened to me. COVID and having your entire family business destroyed was worse than that. Was worse than losing a parent, in my opinion.
Yeah. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I appreciate it. He smoked his whole life. He didn't want to give it up. And, he went out the way he wanted to go out. Losing the business though, and then not knowing when this thing was going to be over was 10 times worse. I got to just text from my wife saying the volume is good on both. So we're good. As long as my wife's the final say. So,
good. Yeah. I hope your volume's okay, Anya.
Yeah, no, the volume's good. But yeah, ultimately, our parents instilled in my brother and me, and that's what born our podcast. That's what my brother and I have a podcast called Oaken Bros, OKONBROS. And we interview mediums, we interview self-help people. And it's really been a journey, but we never felt stifled by our parents ever.
Yeah, it does make a huge difference. So I want to get back to your comment. You said it's your belief in self. And I believe that too, but I said your belief in your higher self, which I believe we have this infinite power that we never tap into, which I believe is God, the universe, just as the universe. But like the guys that don't believe in that you just referenced, they are hugely successful. They are manifesting everything they want.
Exactly.
They believe in themselves. But I think that maybe they're not aware of this. They're obviously not aware of this infinite power that's inside them.
No,
They just need it.
100%. Listen,
They-
it's Wallace Waddles 101. Smart people can get rich and stupid people can get rich. Ugly people can get rich and beautiful people can get rich. Atheists can get rich and people that believe in Jesus Christ can get rich. Buddhists
Yep.
can get rich and people that believe in the Kabbalah can get. It doesn't matter what your beliefs are. It's what your belief in yourself is.
Right.
And how you program your subconscious mind is going to reflect on your life every time for every person on planet Earth.
Yep. No, I completely agree. And how does someone who has grown up the complete opposite of what you have, how do they then program their subconscious mind of one of abundance so they can manifest what they want?
They have to read, and they got to read, and they got to follow successful people that have come before them, that have gotten the thing that they want. If somebody wants to become a teacher, right? If somebody really wants to work in the education system, they should follow a teacher and do exactly what they did, right? Not copycat, not marry the person they married, but I'm saying, like, if something made a person successful, there are millions of books out there. There are millions of podcasts. There are millions of your show, what you're doing. You're teaching people that you can be empowered yourself, that you don't need outside sources, that everything is in your heart, that
100%.
and it's no knock on the government. It's Wallace Waddles 101. The government can't stop you from growing your own reality. The government's there for certain purposes and it's great, but the other purpose is, it's your own freedom, right? It's your own freedom to build the wealth that you want to build.
True. And you don't rely on the government for your own happiness. If you're relying on anything external, you're doing something wrong. Your unhappiness, and it's cliche to say, because it's been said for years and years and years, but it's so true. It comes within, and belief in yourself. But if you have the beliefs that limiting beliefs about yourself, it's just too hard. I mean, getting over that, how do you, have you worked with people before? I mean, I'm sure they must ask you a ton of questions.
I get emails every day from people saying your shit didn't work. I thought it. And then I get 100 emails saying I got the job I wanted because of you. I got the business I wanted because of you. And in the negative emails, I always point it out. It's kind of fun to do it, but I go in the negative emails. I'm like, thank you for purchasing my book. I really appreciate it. I always thank someone for spending their $1 and buying my $2 or whatever and spending my book. And then I'll say, in this one email, in this 1 minute that we've had an interaction, you've mentioned I can't, doesn't work, horrible, don't understand, all these words that are negative. And I say, do you think that it was going to work with that vocabulary? If you change everything to, I'm getting it, I'm working, it's working, I'm programming my mind for success, without fail, without fail. For someone's going to go, I program my subconscious mind with wealth and abundance, and everything. And it didn't work. It didn't work. They didn't do it. They're lying to themselves. It doesn't work like that. You have to work. You have to program your subconscious mind and work for that goal. And like clockwork, there's this guy on YouTube called Justin Perry. Love this guy. Love his channel. Very similar to what you're doing. He does amazing content on the law of attraction. And he talks about the subconscious mind, afterlife experiences, programming wealth into your mind, affirmations, all this stuff. He nailed it. He nailed it because, when things are negative in the country or negative, it was hard to be positive in 2020.
Completely. The past year has been rough.
It was tough. It was really hard. We lost everything. And it was up to us to stop, wallowing and sucking on your thumb and saying, all right, what can we do to implement to get our clients back in the cars? What can we do to have people start traveling again? What can I do to get Monsterland sold to the masses? And even in the worst time, there's still opportunity, but you have to think that. You got to see, you got to watch that, so.
Yeah. And this is no comparison to losing your business, but losing my YouTube channel last week.
That's the same thing. No, there's no difference, Kelly. There's no
Well, bigger
difference.
scale, I mean. Not a
Losing
whole-
something is still losing something. It sucks.
Yeah, it makes you think. You take a step back and you're like, okay, what can I do differently? What? And everything's a learning lesson unless you choose it not to be. Completely.
Absolutely.
So how I had the question about changing limiting beliefs about yourself, because you said when you're manifesting, you write it like that one thing you wrote down the list, and for 3 years you didn't look at it, and it all came true. So it's not about babysitting it, but about releasing limiting beliefs. Do you think it's a daily practice to be like
100%. And right. And you can, like,
what you want.
I write down I still do my I want list from Just Ask the Universe. I do it now once a month. But I do my affirmations every day. I work with, archangels. I don't know if you're into archangels at all, but you are.
But like which archangels do you work?
Like I have the book right here. I'm going to plug this guy's book because it changed my life. There's this book called The 72 Angels of Magic. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've heard that. I've not seen it, but I've heard about it.
If you think your subconscious mind works, pretty fast, this is like a Ferrari. This stuff working with archangels.
I'm gonna mark that down so I can put it in the
yeah,
videos.
no, I didn't write that book. A guy named Damon Brand wrote that book, but it was still it was mind-blowing. My father told me to buy this book from the afterlife. That's how important this book is.
Oh, really?
My father came. A year ago, my father came through a medium, and he said, before my father passed, I said to him, Dad, I want you to show me the secrets of the universe when you get there. Because we knew he was passing. We knew, he smoked his whole life. He wasn't giving it up. And he had lung cancer. It's, almost 20 years ago. And he beat the lung cancer. That was about 16 years ago. And he beat the lung cancer. But the COPD destroyed his lungs. And he continued to smoke. That's how hardcore my father was. We knew he was going. We were very spiritual. We knew that he was, he was getting rid of his body and he was going wherever he was going. I don't remember what it's like, but it's definitely somewhere. And I said, when you get there, you got to tell me the secrets of the universe. And he got there, and we went to a few mediums, and he said to me, one medium, he's like, Michael, I'm hanging out with the archangels. I'll get back to you. I swear to God, I swear, this is not like me being like all woo woo and shit. Like this is exactly what happened. And then I went to another medium, this guy, George Anderson, who's been on our podcast, and he's the gold standard of mediumship. This guy's unbelievable. And he's been guiding us for, 40 plus years. My dad came through. He's like, the archangels are on tap for the slightest request. You just have to ask. My dad was telling me, go on Amazon right now and buy this book, and then go down the rabbit hole of becoming a magician. So I'm incorporating the universe, manifesting, archangels, all this. And archangels, not in the religious sense at all. This is nothing to do with religion. I'm not a religious guy at all. I believe in my higher self. I believe in spirit. I believe in my higher self. Religion's good for people that believe in it. I'm not telling you what to believe in, but for me, I believe in myself. That's my religion, right? The religion of Michael. That I'm not asking anyone else to ascribe to it. That's who I trust, and that's who I can work with on a day-to-day basis. And I started working with archangels in 1 year, and the speed at what archangels can do for you is scary. When you start working with magic with a K, this has been passed down thousands of years, and it's being hidden from us, right? It's kind of hidden in plain sight.
Heaven forbid you be empowered. And
that's what my book Monsterland is about. It's about, I don't want to give away the ending, but it's about the new world order and how.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it's not it's a political. It's about a theme park with monsters, but the monsters are being utilized by the government for nefarious purposes.
Okay.
And it's legit about the new world order. It's a YouTuber's wet dream to read this book about, how they're trying to suppress the truth. I love that stuff. That everything to me is a conspiracy theory. I'm a writer, and writers are all conspiracy theorists. We have to take something that's so crazy and out there, like a theme park with monsters, and make it real.
Who would have thought that the past year would have ever happened? That feels
You want to laugh? My dad did. My dad warned me. November 2019, we went to a medium, same guy, George Anderson, my wife and I went. November 2019, before the word coronavirus was even on anyone's tongue. And we sat down and my dad said, through this guy, George, you better buckle up for next year because it's going to be turbulent. And my wife and I look at each other like,
what?
For me, like for us, for my wife and I, my wife is Sharon. For Sharon and me, it's going to, he said, no, he said the world. And I'm like, aliens are coming? Like, what does he mean? He said, no, it has something to do with health. And I'm thinking like, I didn't even know what to think. I was like thinking, I don't even want to, like, politics, some shit there was going to be revolution. Who the hell knew? Never thought it was going to be a pandemic. Never in a million years. And then in the middle of it, in June, I also went to this guy, George. Well, we did it through Zoom, obviously, when the pandemic was going on. And he said, it's going to get worse. And
when did he say that?
In June 2020.
Oh, 2020.
He said it was going to get worse. And then I just went to him recently and he said, and I'm not a psychic, this is just what I'm being told from the other side. The pandemic is gone with the wind. It's over. It's done. It's done. By this summer, it's all over. Everything. It's going back to normal.
I had a psychic on my show last night, Utsava, and she said by June.
It's all over. Right, exactly. Exactly. And that's what my dad, but I heard this back in, what was it, December, January, I think I had a reading with George. And he's legit told me everything that's happened over the past year. And like, I had no idea it was going to get worse in June 2020. I thought we were like going to get better. Like we were getting out of it,
We had high hopes then.
Say it again.
We had high hopes back then.
We did, but it got worse, and it's, I said this to my son yesterday, because my son, we virtual schooled them he's in 7th grade. We virtual schooled him and my daughter also. For their school year, 7th grade and 3rd grade. We kept them home. And it's time to go back. We were fully vaccinated, my wife and I. My family is fully vaccinated. We're waiting for the kids to get vaxxed, but the numbers where we live have gone down tremendously and we feel it's safe. And my son was scared. And I said, we survived. Our business, our family survived the worst crisis that has ever happened to our family. A pandemic that shut everything down. I said, if we can survive this, we can survive anything, because nothing was as bad as this.
Right. With it being gone in June, is what George said. Why would there be a need for the jab in the arm? I don't want to say it because that's what got me booted off my channel last week.
The medium said to me they're hauling ass with the vaccine. That's why it's going to be gone, because the people who are taking the vaccine are going to, it's not going to spread as fast. So, I took the vaccine. I'm fully vaxxed. I'm 2 shots in plus 2 weeks. So then
you're feeling good. Everything's good.
Done. I ordered in from a restaurant last week with my family. We haven't eaten at a restaurant in one year. I have cooked 365 days, which I'm not complaining. I love to cook, but I've cooked for my family 365 days where we live. And we didn't go out to eat. We didn't order in, nothing. And then last week, because my wife and I were fully vaxxed, we ordered in and it was marvelous. It was great. So
that's a long time to go without eating at a restaurant.
You know what? To me, I felt it was, I have asthma. I have very bad asthma. Mm-hmm. My wife also. And I said, the risk wasn't worth it to me. It wasn't worth it to go out.
Well, I mean, the take home though.
Even then, yeah, but I didn't, who the hell knew? You were being told one thing one day, then you were being told something the next. And I didn't know. I just had to believe what was good for me, that when we ordered in groceries, all the groceries were wiped down and I would cook it, and that worked for us. We haven't been sick in a year. I'm not kidding.
And that's the way to do it with everything in life. You got to go within and use your own judgment. You can't 100%. Listen to anyone, because anyone else may not want to get the jab in the arm. And they're like, no, that's not for me.
Sure.
That's perfect for them.
That's their belief. That's good for them. I'm not telling anyone that they should get the vaccine. I'm not telling anyone they should get the vaccine. I did what was good for my family and me.
And it goes I mean, manifesting. I mean, it goes with what your belief system are, right?
100%.
You got to listen to your higher self. And so
100%.
I want to go over, we have a lot of comments here too, by the way, but
Go for it.
I wanted you to go over the keys steps in manifesting. I know journaling, and you said you don't review it every day. Can you like say I want to buy a new house and I have all the specifics, I have the details in my head.
Yeah.
Like, how do I manifest it now?
Yeah. You have to write it down. You have to you go journaling, just writing down your wish list. I created an I want list, and people gave me a lot of shit for that. People are like, you're saying I want, that means lack. No, it means you want something and you're going to go and attain it. You're going to go and get it. That's what I want means. I want to be a best-selling author. Me saying I am a best-selling author, it makes no difference. You can say whatever you want, but I wrote, I want to be a best-selling author. I wrote the damn book. I put in the work.
It happened.
And I became a best-selling author. I want my book Monsterland turned into a movie. It's being written right now through my manager into by an award-winning screenwriter. So like, you got to be clear with what you want. The universe is not going to know what you want. The archangels are not going to know what you want.
Details, clarity.
100%. Yes.
You want
yes.
Number one.
Yeah. I wouldn't be silly specific, if that makes any sense. I wouldn't say I want, like I said in the book, I want to fly on a monkey's back to Mars with clean jet fuel.
Out of the magic carpet. Is that out of the
right? Like you can't be silly. You have to be like, I want a brand new car that's black. I just did this. I literally just did this. I wanted a brand new car, and I manifested it. It took me a long time, but I manifested it. This is a car I've always wanted to drive, and I got it. And it's
how long did it take?
40 years.
What?
I mean, I was always given the car that I was supposed to drive. You know, my dad, we own a car service. So if my dad's like, you're going to be driving this Prius for the next year, you're going to be driving this Suburban for the next year. So I didn't care. I don't care about flashy stuff. I'm not a flashy type of guy. But now I was able to manifest the car I wanted. I wrote down what kind of car I wanted, and I worked towards that goal, and I'm finally there. But it took me since the day I started driving to get this goal.
Was it not a Prius, I'm guessing?
No. I like big car. I like big trucks. I'm a big truck kind of guy.
Oh, okay. So you got all the details, everything you wanted?
Everything. Yeah. And it manifested. It took its time. That, and that's what people get wrong. I make a joke of that in Just Ask the Universe, where I say like, all right, so you're going to write down, I want the new car, I want the new wife, I want the new husband, I want the $1 million business, I want the podcast, I want 1 million followers, I want. And then you program your subconscious mind, and then you go to sleep, and you wake up the next day, and in the corner is everything, right? It's the new car, it's the house, it's the wife, it's the boyfriend, it's the business. It's bullshit. Nothing happens overnight. Nothing. And anyone's going to say, oh, I manifested this. And I'm, you can manifest a sandwich.
I was going to say, you can manifest a certain coffee being,
Right. All right. You want a cup of coffee? You go to the Keurig machine, you pop in the K cup, and you got yourself a cup of coffee. That really manifested really quick.
Tiny.
The bigger requests, you want to make yourself a sandwich, go to the kitchen. I don't want to offend the non-meat eaters out there, but you want a ham and cheese sandwich, you make ham, you make cheese, you put on some white bread, and you got yourself a sandwich. That's manifesting, real quick, 101. You want to manifest 1 million followers on your podcast. My brother and I are 2 years into our podcast, Oaken Bros. And we have about 1,500 subscribers. We're a little under 1,500 subscribers. And we're grateful. It's been an amazing journey. But it's not 1 million, but it's on our list. We know exactly what we want. We've written it down. We've programmed our subconscious minds. And my brother and I are a mastermind group. I mean, we know we're not working against each other. We both want the 1 million followers. We both want, a big network of big YouTube community about talking about spirituality and manifesting and books and writing and brohood and archangels. And, anything that we're interested in, because that's really what it is. You're opening yourself up to, you're kind of like creating your world, like Wayne's world. It's like Michael and Eric's world. And we're at 1,500. And a year ago, we were at like 25. So you could say, oh my God, you manifested almost, 1,000 followers. Yes, it's not where we want to be, but that's what we're doing. It's the journey. And it's who you become as a person during the journey is what matters. If you're going to become a prick, or if you're going to become an ass and rub it in people's faces and not spread the love and not spread the information that you've learned that's good for you, people don't want to listen to you. They're not going to listen. So it doesn't make a difference. I could write this book and it could be read by my parents, my brother, my sister-in-law, my wife, and my kids. And like, it could be read within the closest 25 people. I'm not kidding. I sold 500,000 copies of this book. It's the most rewarding thing but what's next? Like, up the ante, go bigger,
Monsters next.
It better be. That's what I'm betting on. Monster.
Yeah.
You know what? So you want to talk about, you want to talk about manifesting. This is the book cover my brother created. There's the werewolf, there's the zombie, and there's the vampire. And it's about a theme park with monsters. I took the book cover and I created movie posters. And I put these movie posters all over my house and I signed it to myself. I signed the copy to myself.
It's a cool picture, by the way.
I think my brother designed it. My brother designs all of my book covers. I'm not good at that visually. My brother's ridiculous, but it's kind of like Jurassic Park. It's like Jurassic Park. I don't know if you see the cover of Jurassic Park, but it's the bones of the dinosaur. This is the silhouette of the 3 monsters. Yep. And they're all encased in this massive theme park in the middle of the desert. And the idea that, like, I created these movie posters and I put them all over my house. And I see this every day. I wrote this book in 2014. Okay.
Okay. So, okay.
Wow. We're 7 years in. I first self-published it. Then a publisher picked it up. And now I bought back the rights. I was told to buy back the rights. And now it's being turned into a screenplay by an award-winning screenwriter. So, like, stuff's going down. Took 7 years to get to this point. It didn't take a week, No,
it takes time. It's like things that when you're just not ready for, the universe is, has your back, right? It's not going to give you something that you're not ready for.
The universe is going to give you everything you want. It wants to see if you have patience. If you don't have patience, you ain't going to get it. It's the journey, Kelli. I swear to God, I can't say this enough. It's the journey that's going to get you to where you have to go. And when you hit that goal, there's another level. I'm not going to say when this is turned to a movie, I'm done. I did everything. No, there's another level. I sold 500,000 copies of this. I'm just getting started.
Yep. Yeah. When I started this last August, this channel was not this one, the one that got banned, but the first couple hundred subscribers, I'm like, no big deal. But then when it started getting into the thousands, I started being like, oh, maybe I should watch what I say. Maybe I should actually I started getting more insecure. All my insecurities were surfacing. I'm like, oh, what a great lesson, right?
Absolutely.
Better out than in. And it started. It's like,
how many? If you don't, journey. If you don't, that's exactly right. If you don't mind my asking, how many followers do you have now?
I had 12,000 something, and now it's I think 1,300.
It is what it is. I mean, 12,000 is unbelievable. That's incredible. My brother and I would love to get to 12,000.
Yeah, it happens. But I'm starting over now. So I started last Sunday, my new channel. So I'll be building it up again. And
wonderful. That's great.
Yeah, well, but one thing I got to do is expand and not just put everything in YouTube, so they can't do it to me again.
If you need lessons, TikTok is where every eyeball is on planet Earth. I don't know if you're a TikToker, but
no, I'm not.
Oh my God. My brother we interviewed this guy named Brad, and he is like all about TikTok. And he's like, if you want to get your product out there, you have to be on TikTok.
I thought this was the teenagers doing that.
My brother is getting 2 million views a post.
What?
You can't believe it. Over something where he's talking for like 25 seconds. He tells a story and he says, like and subscribe. He's over 18,000 followers. He started, I think, a month ago. You can't believe the growth.
Channel. What is his channel so I can see what he's doing?
TikTok. His channel is eric.oken on TikTok, and I'm michael.oken on TikTok. I started it and I started talking about manifesting, And once my brother eclipsed me, I didn't really, I didn't have the fortitude or stamina to catch up with him.
Oh, I'm going to look into it. See what,
Yeah, look into TikTok. It's an incredible platform. It really is truly unbelievable.
Can you live stream?
Oh yeah. Yeah, but I think you got to get to 10,000 or 1,000 subscribers or something. I'm not sure.
And do they have full videos like this, like what we're doing now?
No. The max you can go is 1 minute.
1 minute?
1 minute.
What am I going to do for 1 minute?
You would be shocked at what people can do for 1 minute. Go on TikTok.
I will.
It's like cotton candy. You can't get enough of it. It's an unbelievable platform. But what you would do is take a minute clip of this and put it on TikTok, and you would have millions of followers. It truly is. And my brother did it. He 100% did it.
Can I see what some of the comments are?
Sure, go ahead, please read them out.
All right, I need to put my glasses on. Okay. And we have a lot of comments. Someone says, Auntie A says, I love Abraham Hicks. So do I.
Big fan. Big fan.
Okay, please ask Michael realistically, how quickly can someone manifest something they want? Best to start small.
It really, like, you have to, it depends on what you want. I wanted to be a self-published, a best-selling, I did it, but like, it takes time. It really just depends on the request. I can't tell you, listen, you could write. My brother was the perfect example. We both started TikTok the same day. Really putting our face out there. And I'm talking about the universe. I'm talking about manifesting in the universe and archangels and becoming an award-winning screenwriter and all this stuff, an award-winning writer and a screenwriter. And then my brother gets on and he tells a story about our blind uncle and what it's like to see what he can't see. My blind uncle. The fucking post got 2.5 million views, and
wow.
and he skyrocketed. He took his career in TikTok and it ran. I have 91 followers, which I'm not sneezing at. It's very nice, but like like he manifested it like this, and mine's taking its time.
Are there tricks to the trade to get your video noticed?
Nope, just good content.
Wow,
just good content. And again, he's almost at 20,000 followers.
My hairdresser does videos all the time. My hairdresser, the transformation, and it's like, oh, this is so cool. Like, bam, bam, bam.
TikTok is an unbelievable tool. It's like MTV. It's your own personal MTV. I grew up watching MTV growing up.
I want my MTV.
Oh yeah.
Are you too young to remember that?
No, you can. No, definitely not.
Okay. Michelle. Oh, hi, Michelle. Michelle Murray's on here. Hi, Kelli and Michael. Bless you, Michael.
Thank you.
I get the loss. I am always saying to myself, if you are trying to manifest and it is from the heart, keep believing. And I am keeping that I am not giving up.
Pick up the 72 Angels of Magic. I'm telling you,
want to pick up this book.
Pick up everyone listening to this, pick up the 72 Angels of Magic. Pardon me. The archangels work with ridiculous speed. Subconscious mind, it's all connected. It's all connected. Manifesting what you want, it's all connected. Where the way you program your subconscious mind, the way you exude success, it's all connected to the archangels, and they'll show up for you scary fast.
How does this go hand in hand with reading your Akashic records?
I don't know. Really funny that you mentioned that. My brother and I, we went to see a medium, and the medium said that my dad went into the Akashic records from over there, wherever there is. And he said that my brother and I have lived eons as brothers. We've been brothers for eons. And and he read it through the Akashic records. I am not a pro at the Akashic records. All I know is that there's I want to call it like the universal database, and right. It's every thought, every record, every life you've lived, it's all there. So it's probably a really big freaking library.
Oh, when I go to bed at night, I visualize like opening. I have this protocol of opening the Akashic records and ask for my abilities that from all these past lives that my soul has ever lived.
I believe it. I 100% believe it. There is something like the Akasha records. Again, just not well versed into it. I have a few books on it. I'm right now knee deep in archangels, but the Akashic records, I'll get around to it. I have books on it, but I don't know much about it.
You got a lot going on already. I'm going to get that book, The 72 Angels
of Magic by Damon Brand. He's written a few of them. He's written 10 books on archangels. It'll change your life. Guaranteed. Guaranteed.
I love it.
And that's direct from heaven, right? It's direct from my dad, who's like, buy this book and start asking the angels. They'll do anything you want.
Now, are they part of some of the archangels, part of your spirit family, your guides?
I just learned about to me before last June when I heard about this book. I knew nothing about archangels. I just thought they were, beings with wings. I didn't know anything about them.
I've always been told Archangel Michael is part of my group, part of my people.
It's very possible. My wife just had it reading, and I heard that my name is connected to Archangel Michael too. So they were showing my wife Archangel Michael and me at the same time. So who knows? But no, there's a 72 angels in here, and each one has a different name, and you're working with them. It's the craziest thing I've ever done in my life.
I'm excited to read it.
It's amazing. Yeah.
Okay, guys, we only have like 15 minutes because he has a meeting to go to. Amy B says, I do affirmations daily, multiple times, and often use meditation to help too. It
works. It all works. Anyone that says it doesn't, they don't know what the hell they're talking about. Meditation, all that stuff. It's wonderful.
Right. Or their belief is interrupting them, right? Blocking them, their lack of belief in themselves.
100%.
That it could happen.
100%. We talk about that on Oaken Bros all the time.
Okay. Every time you say Oaken Bros.
You want to tell the audience what you thought I said when I originally said Oaken Bros? Oaken Bros, right? OKON Bros. What did you think I said?
He said it fast in the beginning. I didn't hear Oaken Bros. I thought he said boats and hose.
Boats and hose. No, we're prestige worldwide. My brother and I.
And you're on a sailboat and you crash it into the.
No, Oaken Bros is definitely not boats and hose, but no. That's not us. But that was super funny. Yeah, it was really funny. Yeah.
You should change your name to Boats and Hose.
But yeah, right. The Boats and Hose podcast will do great with
the medium and the sidekicks.
We're gonna do great with the half of our audience. No, we're not there to offend anyone. It's Oaken Bros. I can't unhear that now. That's the sad part. Every time I say Oaken Bros now, yeah, I'm gonna think of Boats and Hose.
You got to get your brother on the same page. You should put that on your TikTok. Boats and Hose. I get confused.
Yeah, that's really funny.
Okay. Angie Swartz says, whoever feels it is, I think I missed the first, are you able to manifest your own wealth? He is able to manifest your own wealth.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, 100%.
There must be an earlier question of that. Yeah, you've been doing it for a long time. You've been manifesting your whole life a lot of the goodies because you got the
there's
process.
A lot I have. Yeah, and there's a lot that I haven't. I mean, it was a little hairy when our business collapsed. It was pretty scary when our business collapsed. That I haven't taken a paycheck in a year. Yeah, I haven't taken a paycheck in a year. Yeah.
Oh, thank God you have savings.
Exactly. But it was scary. It wasn't like, this is great. No, it was scary, but just ask the universe, 72 archangels. It's all there. It's all there.
Do you have insecurities that pop up now that you've been like, oh, why do I still have this? Or are you kind of over that and you're in a different phase where
that's a great question. I'm only human, right? I had tremendous anxiety before taking the vaccine. I was terrified because I have allergies. And I was scared that it was going to affect me negatively or something. And unfortunately, it didn't. I had fever for 24 hours after the second shot. But, people are only human. And I'm not that guy. Listen, I wrote a best-selling book. I'm not that guy who's like, everything's great. Everything's great. Everything's great. Everything's great. No, like you gotta be realistic. And that's what Just Ask the Universe is about. It's about being realistic with yourself and creating a blueprint that's good for your life. I have an amazing wife. I have amazing children. I live in a beautiful house. I have everything I want in this house. I want more, right? That's all. That's what life is. Life is about leveling up. It's not about being stagnant well, okay, well, I got the wife and I got the kids and I got the house. I'm done. No. What's next? Where's the vacation home? Where's, I want a private plane.
You're doing what you love to get there too.
When you do what you love, it's not work. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Eric and I were doing this podcast, and to us, it's like sitting. We shared a bedroom for 14 years growing up, my brother and I. To him and I, it was like old hat. It was like sitting in a bedroom and just talking like we were every single night together. This podcast or writing the books. I write 7 nights a week. My mom is helping me. She writes she's a beta reader. She goes, no, the main character wouldn't say this. Say it like this, So like, it's a team, right? We're an entire team. When you have a mastermind group to get to where you want, you're enjoying the process along the way. You're with people that are helping you. To me, I don't have a 9 to 5, but I have a 9 to 5. I got a 9 to 5 and I got a 5 to 9. I got the limousine service during the day and I got the writing at night. And I'm having a ball. Like, how could you not?
Do you enjoy the limousine service?
I love it. I grew up in it. It's my family business. We have offices in New York, LA, Las Vegas, Atlanta, Chicago. We were opening in London, February 2020, March 2020, and then obviously COVID hit and we had to cancel everything. But it's the greatest reward. It's carrying on our father's legacy. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No. It's carrying on his legacy that, he started this car service, and my brother and I and my mom and, our wives are involved now. Our children are involved. We're really carrying this service into this new era. I'm calling it the post-COVID era, am I allowed to mention? I don't want to can I say that or no?
Yeah, well, you already did. It's fine.
All right.
It's your fault.
Yeah. I wasn't offering advice. I'm just saying that this is new era that we're getting out of.
I want to ask about the limousine. Do you get those big buses with the stripper pools in it?
No.
They seem to be everywhere.
any movie or TV show that you've ever seen or watched, we've probably done the production on it. So
wow. Okay.
If they're filming, I don't want to give away our clients' names, but if they're filming a movie, a big universe type movie in Atlanta, and everyone's going to the set, we're driving those people to and from the set.
Oh, so you got the name in there, you got the recognition, and they call you every time. Nice.
Yeah. It's all done electronically. We're intertwined with all, the studios and production houses and everything. So it's, and again, I don't want to reveal, our clients. We all sign confidentiality agreements, but it's, my dad started that on an idea. My dad didn't say, let's open up a restaurant. He says, I know how to drive a car. He didn't speak the language when he came here. He came here from Poland. He didn't speak the language, and he got into the car. He didn't let anyone stop him. And my mom was a history teacher, and they built this amazing business that my brother and I get to carry on the torch, that our kids are going to carry on the torch.
Family business.
Yeah. It's what it's all about. Families, everything does. Thank you.
One thing I'm going to highlight, which you've already said many times, but just before we go, is that don't get down and give up when the things you want to manifest don't happen.
100%. And you will get beaten down. And when you say, I want the house, people are going to outbid you for that house. When you want the car, they're not going to have it in the color that you want. It's going to happen time and time again. I always say this on our podcast, Oaken Bros, not both, Oaken Bros. I always say on our podcast, my life, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, this is not a pity party. My life has been filled with a big bag of no. Everyone, my entire life told me no. Everyone. Want to read my script? No. You want to buy my book? No. You want to sell? No. You want to try my family car shop? No. My father, Dad, can I take the car this weekend? No. Dad, can I go here? No. Mom, can I? Nope. No. Everything, my entire life, even till today. No. You have to find the yes. You have to maneuver through life to find the yes, because everything in life is a no. I wrote Monster in 2014. It's still not a movie. It's been rejected by a million people until someone didn't reject it anymore. Everyone, nope, I don't want it. Nope, 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 nope. But there's always the one yes. And you have to have patience to find that yes. That's what life is all about. It's about finding the yes to be successful.
Because we need to hear more of that. Because people, when The Secret came out, everyone's like, oh, I'm so excited. I can manifest everything I want. And then it doesn't happen. And you're like, this is BS.
It's one part of it. The secret is the secret in 100 items. The secret is item number 4. You still have another 96 items that you have to contend with. The Secret's incredible. Right. The Secret was an amazing movie. It was
it opens people's mind.
It opens everyone's minds, but it's just a piece of your life puzzle. Yeah. I live by the law of attraction, but now I'm living also by archangels. And now I'm living by more manifesting techniques. I mean, I told you we were at like 25, 30 subscribers on YouTube. Started working with the archangels. We're touching 1,500,
Yep.
On our way to 15 million.
Hell yeah. I like it.
Exactly.
All right. Let me see before I know you got a meeting to go.
No, it's fine. It's fine. We're still got a few more minutes. We're good.
We're all connected to Archangel Michael.
Yeah, I believe it. The shit's real. I never knew about archangels up until I started doing the research. And oh my God, it is so real.
I love it. I can't wait for the book. Maura says, I don't meditate, but when I go for walks, I free up my mind and then let it wander. Is that something similar?
100%. It's called hypnosis. I did hypnotherapy the last month. I started doing hypnotherapy. It was through our podcast. We had a hypnotherapist on. I had no idea. And then she's like, people. Hypnotherapy is amazing. Changed my life. Unbelievable. I couldn't recommend it fast enough. There's books on Amazon called, self-hypnosis and everything. Buy it, do it. It's all, that's what I'm talking about. Like people go, oh, I bought The Secret in Esther Hicks. I'm good. No, it's the journey. If you would have told me working with archangels a year ago, I'd be like, you're freaking crazy. If you would have told me you'd be into hypnotherapy, you're nuts. It's all about the journey. The writer of Just Ask the Universe, one of the best-selling self-help books on Amazon in the last 10 years. It's still in the top 100 most read books on Amazon in 10 years, is doing hypnotherapy and is working with archangels and is still manifesting and writing his I Want list. It's the journey, people. It's who you become as a person. It's not attaining the stuff. It's not attaining the things. It's about who you are as a person that's going to make the difference.
Exactly. And I think the more the further down the rabbit hole you go, the faster you can manifest too. I know you realize your own innate power and your abilities. I've tried the hypnosis a couple times and it did nothing for me. So I
bought this book. I have it right here. Hold on. Oh no, that's not. Oh, I don't have it here. That's a different book. That wasn't a great book. It's called Instant Self Hypnosis. I tried it. I liked it. It was cool. But like, there's a hypnosis rabbit hole. On one of our podcasts, we have this girl named Selena Valentine. She's going to be coming on soon. She talks about hypnosis. That life is, when you go to a movie, do you know when you're watching the movie that you're watching just individual frames of light hit your eyes that are upside down? Right. But when you're in the movie and you're getting all nervous and you're getting scared that the creature's going to come through the door and eat the people, you're getting nervous, you're getting sweaty. You're being hypnotized by the movie. That your body, your mind is reacting. You're fully engrossed in it. That's exactly right. That's all hypnotism is that you're rewiring your mind to think this is what I'm going to think of when I see this movie. Right. So when this movie is played, when I had a fear of flying. I never liked to fly, but through Just Ask the Universe, through the archangels brought me to hypnosis. I started doing hypnosis. I don't have a fear of flying anymore. That fear, the word that is everything, that it's in the past. And I had to picture myself on a movie screen, a la Anthony Robbins, to see myself being cool, calm, and collected when there's turbulence. And it just changed. It changes everything, but it's the journey. That's the point. I didn't write Just Ask the Universe and I'm done. I did it. I wrote a self-help book. I'm done. No, it never ends.
Yeah. When you start opening that, I don't think it ever ends at that. You're Once you learn a little bit, you're like, okay, I want more. Okay, I want more. I want
Yeah,
more.
it's fun. It's fun. That's what spirituality is. And everyone says to me, like, what's your definition of spirituality? My brother asked me that on one of our live streams. And I said to him, spirituality to me is education. That's all it is. The spectrum of spirituality is so freaking broad that
Who
you're not
are
like,
we?
right, what's the point of this? It's
Mhm.
education. It's about uncovering the onion, peeling back the onion, right?
Yeah,
To
so
say,
many layers.
well, we have the law of attraction, we have archangels, we have hypnotherapy, we have past live regression, we have podcasts about this, we have alien podcast. There's so much. Yeah, so I'm saying, I love that alien. Is there a name for that alien?
Perry,
Perry, right.
how could you forget?
My mind's going a million miles a minute. I apologize. I know you got it when you were 3.
I
So,
forgive you. No, he visited me when I was 3. I didn't get him until this year, after he visited me again this year in 2020, or last year, I should say.
I see.
You're close. Okay. Dr. Lynn Carey. Hi, Dr. Lynn. I interviewed her on my show on Monday. She's a chiropractor and super into natural healthcare, and she is very awakened, I should say.
Awesome.
She said, I love that, Michael. Go through no's for the yes.
It's the truth. It's
Give
truth.
up.
No, I would love to talk to this woman. Well, I'm huge into naturopath and everything. The mainstream medicine stuff I've kind of foregone, and I do now alternative medicine. It's been tremendous on my health through the archangels. But
she has a great lesson in Western medicine. She had diagnosed with scoliosis as a teenager and had to wear a brace for 5 years.
I have scoliosis.
Oh, wow. I wish we had time.
Email me. Can you email me her information?
Of course. And look on my YouTube channel, because my video with her is on there.
Amazing.
Monday.
I definitely will. Definitely.
But I'll email both of you guys.
Awesome.
Yeah, she's awesome. I think that's it for the questions. But thank you so much for coming on. This was fun.
Kelly, you're amazing. This was great. Anytime, if you want to come on our show, you let me know.
Yes, I do. And with the meeting and as a hypnotherapist and
yeah, no, I'm going to send you all their names. I'm going to send you all the names of the people that I've been working with, and you got to get 72 Angels of Magic. Your listeners are awesome. Your listeners are freaking awesome. Those are great questions. Really, thank you a million times over for having me on. That was fun.
Yeah, thank you. And I definitely want you to come back and get updates along the way. And I'll give you my updates on my manifest and after reading the book. And it's just fun. I love it.
Love it. Thank you. You got a friend. You got a friend for life. And my brother, we'll send you some dates, and you'll come on the Oaken Bros. Can
we change it just for the one day?
We may change it to the Boats and Hose podcast. I don't even want to say that word. I don't want to offend anyone. But.
Well, if you've seen the movie Step Brothers, that's where Boats and Hose is from. In case anyone has, that's
yes. Yes, I was going to call it the Prestige Worldwide podcast, but Kelly, that was fun. Really, truly, thank you so much.
I appreciate it. I'll be in touch.
Awesome.